Lecture 52, Inductance, Mutual Inductance and Dot Convention. So this lecture explains the concept of self-inductance, mutual inductance, coefficient of coupling and dot convention. So let's start. What is inductance? It is simply the property of a coil due to which it opposes the change in current by inducing an EMF in it. So the induced EMF value is given by Faraday's first and second law, which states that induced EMF is simply equal to minus of d psi by dt, where psi is the flux linkage, which is simply equal to n into phi, where n is number of turns and phi is the flux. EMF equation becomes E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. Now there is another relation between flux linkage and current, that is psi is equal to L, where L is the self-inductance. Putting the values in this equation, we get E is equal to minus L di by dt. From here, we can say that self-inductance is simply equal to n phi by I, or induced EMF divided by rate of change of current. The units of self-inductance is Henry. So let's see the animation to further understand it. So this is a coil in which the current is changing, due to which magnetic field is produced, which is also changing in nature, and when it links with the same coil, it will produce an EMF. And if we change the rate of change of current, the EMF induced will also increase. And also, if we change the self-inductance by changing the number of turns, the EMF will be altered. Moving on to mutual inductance, if we place two coils near to each other like this, so if the current flowing through a particular coil changes, then the magnetic field produced by it also changes, and when it links with the secondary coil, it will induce an EMF in the secondary coil. And this phenomena is called as mutual inductance. And mutual inductance is simply given by induced EMF in one coil divided by rate of change of current in other coil. So that means that EMF induced in this coil will be simply equal to mutual inductance into d by dt of current flowing in the first coil, that is I1. And similarly, if the roles are reversed, then the EMF induced in first coil will be simply equal to m of di2 by dt. So let's see the animation to understand it. Here we have two coils near to each other. So if we change the current in first coil, there will be magnetic field produced, and when this magnetic field links with the secondary coil, it will induce an EMF. So it is dependent upon distance between the coil, or if we increase the number of secondary turns, that is, if we increase the inductance of the secondary, the EMF is also again altered. Same thing will happen if we reverse the roles. Now, change in current in secondary coil will produce EMF in the primary coil. Let's move on to relation between self and mutual inductance. So mutual inductance is simply k times of under root of L1, L2, where k is known as coefficient of coupling. K can have any value between 0 and 1. So if k is 1, that means that there is perfect coupling between the two coils. And if k is 0, then that means that there is no coupling or no induced EMF in the secondary coil due to the primary current. Finally, the dot convention. So dot convention is required to know the polarity of the induced EMF in the secondary winding. So in dot convention, we use dots at a particular side of the winding, and the basic rule of the EMF induced polarity is, if the current enters the dot in the primary, then the dot side will be marked as positive polarity, and if current is leaving the dot in the primary, then the dot terminal is marked as negative terminal. Now the corresponding equation can be written like this. So voltage in the primary is simply equal to induced EMF due to the self-inductance plus or minus induced EMF due to the mutual inductance. Similarly, the equation for V2 is like this. So based upon these equations, there can be two cases, that is aiding or opposing, which defines whether the sign will be plus or minus. So if current is entering the dots in both the sides, then the polarity will be aiding and we will use positive sign. And if current is entering in first dot and leaving the dot in the secondary side, then it will be an opposing case and the effect will be negative. So let's move on to animation to see all the respective cases. So let's start with case 1. So if current is entering the dot in primary and entering the dot in secondary, the polarity will be positive. If current is entering the dot in primary and leaving the dot in secondary, the polarity will be negative. If it is leaving the dot in both the windings, the polarity will be again additive. And if it is leaving the dot in primary and the current is entering the dot in secondary, it will be negative polarity. There can be 4 more cases on the basis of placement of dot. So dot can also be placed bottom terminal. So in this case, same thing will happen. If the current is entering the dot in both the windings, the polarity will be additive, otherwise it will be negative.